Does last night prove that Butler is worth the 4 first-round picks that Houston was willing to offer him?
No, he's not. I don't think he's worth 4 first-round picks, because you have to understand that spreads over a period of time. And obviously, you're talking about Jimmy Butler and what he's going to bring to the table. This is a guy that I'm a huge fan of. Jimmy Butler is an all-star. He's a rough rider. He's going to give it to you on both ends of the floor. He's got heart. He ain't scared of anybody. And this guy is just committed to reminding everybody what a player he is and having fun again, because he's been so miserable with the situation in Minnesota. He really, really wants out, but he ain't going to fold like a cheap 10. He's going to go out there and give you what he's got. And he showed you that just last night. And it's nice to see he's finally having a positive effect on Karl-Anthony Towns, because Karl-Anthony Towns, with Jimmy Butler in the lineup with him, was not playing well. So it's good to see him getting his own, because Karl-Anthony Towns is an all-star, and he's going to be one of the future stars in this league for years to come. He's a really good kid. But here's the reality. Jimmy Butler, the kind of player that he is, he's going to be that supplementary piece. He's going to be that all-star you can lean on, true. But is he going to be the guy to get you over the hump? I don't think that's the case in Houston. I don't think that's the case in several different places, including the Lakers. He wouldn't be a fit on there. If I'm the Miami Heat, however, I would reopen talks and try to get him. But again, when you talk about giving up 4 first-round picks, all right, I'm not doing that for any player other than a mega marquee superstar for the next decade. That is the only way. I need to look. In other words, Max, it could be year 1, and then year 3 and 5 and 7. And over that entire period of time, I need to go like this. That's why I passed up on the first round. Because this guy right here, that's why. That's an Anthony Davis. That's a Kawhi. That's a LeBron. That's a Kevin Durant. That's a Steph Curry. Guys like that. Nobody else is worth 4 first-round picks.
This is a tricky question, because I don't think he's worth 4 to the Miami Heat.
No, I'm just saying
I don't think the Miami Heat are ready to win.
No, I don't think anybody's.
Well, I think you could argue that he's worth 4. This is the Kirk Cousins argument for me in reverse. If you really believe you're ready to win, he can put you over the top, and you better be right about that. So I think he is for the Houston Rockets. But it's a tricky question, because those picks are likely not going to be very good picks, because Daryl Morey is going to keep the Houston Rockets a very good team.
Okay.
On the other hand, Daryl Morey is going to know what to do with those not-so-great picks more than another GM, because he's a very good GM. So those picks are actually more valuable to Houston, even though they'll be low picks, than there will be to a team not as smart as Houston. You know, I brought up the Julius Randle draft. They got him 7th, and he's not on the team anymore. You know who went like 19th or 20th? Clint Capella. He's still on the team. Like, you know, when you know what you're doing with those picks, they're valuable. Nevertheless, I would say, think about what Jimmy Butler does for the Rockets right now. The Rockets, who were missing CP3, an MVP caliber player last year, and missed 29 threes in Game 7 and still only lost by single digits, and now have fallen apart without their defensive guys in Ariza and Luke, right? What has happened to them? Like, what would Jimmy Butler do to them? Not only would he address the perimeter defense, but now look at the Rockets, Stephen A. Where's the weak link defensively? We'll put James Harden aside. CP3, Jimmy Butler, P.J. Tucker, Clint Capella.
Stop right there. And I'm going to end it with this. And I just want you to think about it. We can come back and revisit it. If you're asking the question, if you're saying, rather, that Jimmy Butler helps deliver Houston a championship this year or next year, and looking years down the road doesn't matter, do you still make that call? That's a question. The other thing is what I said earlier. I'm looking at you, year 1, 3, 5, 7. If I'm going to trade you for those picks, every year that there's a first-round pick that I'm not eligible for, and I would know this as from personal experience rooting for the New York Knicks with all the damn picks they gave up in the years past. I'm saying I'm looking at those picks, and each year I need to be able to say, this is why I passed up on those first-round picks. That's the question, because is Jimmy Butler going to be able to have a sustained level of
harder for the Rockets?
Chris Paul going to be healthy enough years down the road for those to be
Miami.